But anyway, I'm here today to tell you that I'm on a bit of a roller coaster because today we're talking about everything. We're turning up the heat, menopause, heart health, diabetes, breast health, sex after stroke, nutrition, cooking, super women. And I feel right now that I'm on a roller coaster ride. As I said, I have a 15-year-old son, so you know what that's like, and a daughter who graduates next Saturday. Now, I'm an only child, so I have not been used to, still not used to, the arguments, the little petty arguments the two of them have gotten into over the years. They still, I mean, I'm scared to leave them alone because I'm thinking something's going to happen when I'm gone. And everybody keeps telling me, you know, they're going to grow older, they're going to start loving each other and treating each other kindly. And so can we fast forward, please? Because I'm a little nervous. Anyway, as I said, I am diabetic. I have high blood pressure as well. And we've been honest today, so I can say I am somewhat menopausal. Okay, a lot menopausal. All right, and I think I am a superwoman. Now, I can say that. My daughter thinks I'm a superwoman, and I can tell you, I think I am. My daughter is a big-time Alicia Keys fan. She has been Alicia Keys fan #1 since Alicia Keys came on the scene. So, not this past Christmas, but last Christmas, she gave me this black coffee mug that if you read, I use it every day on the set. And it says Superwoman. It's from Alicia Keys' song. So there you go. You got an inside scoop on what that cup is all about. But my daughter gave that to me, so that says a lot coming from her. She thinks mommy's a superwoman. Now, you know, a lot of people want to know, well, what is your schedule like? What time do you get to work? Well, my routine is like this. I'm not one of those that when the alarm goes off, I'm just, woo, I'm up. That's not me. I have to warm up to the idea. An hour's worth of warming up. So I should be at the station at 3:30. I'm not there at 3:30. My clock starts at about 2:40, and I hit snooze to about 3:15, 3:20. And then I get up, and then I get to the station before 4, because we have a lot of stuff even to do before 5 o'clock, which is when we hit. But, you know, I deal with that stress, I react to the stress of getting up in the morning by putting it off as long as I can. All right, and I've had some issues with my diabetes recently. So much so that my internal medicine doctor ordered me to sit down with a dietitian. So, as a result of that, I will tell you, I have been controlling my diabetes. My glucose levels, I think what the shocker was maybe April, I got up to about 500. And so I got told on, and then the dietitian sat down with me, but it was a good thing, because all I had been thinking about was, I was reading labels in the grocery store, sugars, 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 and it wasn't all about the sugars, it was about the carbs. And the dietitian told me that, you know, you need to watch the carbs, because those carbs turn into sugars. And so I was stressing because I told her, I said, but one of the easiest, quickest things, something I absolutely love is spaghetti. And she says, that's a carb. And then she gave me a chart. I got it taped up in the pantry, you know, how many carbs I can have per meal and all that. But then I want to share this with, you know, passing on some good news for all of you who are diabetic or even have heart issues or just want to watch your weight. She told me about dream-filled pastas. I'm not doing a commercial, I'm just telling you that's what I'm doing now. It's in a black box, it's in the spaghetti area, and what it does, even though it's high in carbs, they apparently coat it with something that does not raise your glucose levels. So I have now, instead of going to Sam's and getting all my angel hair, you know, bundled up, I've got lots of that still in the cabinet. I go and buy dream-filled pasta so I can have my spaghetti in there. So I was just about that as well. Well, I also gave into the need for bifocals. You know, I was having to get the contacts and then put on the glasses, and then if you're trying to drive and read, it just didn't work out. So now I have my bifocal contacts. I can do that. I took care of that stress. So I reacted, I just gave into it, okay? Now, I don't own a scale. I decided that when I go to the doctor, I'll get on theirs and they'll tell me what I need to know. I gauge my weight by how tight my clothes and feel the waist. You know, I mean, really, because I can tell if I'm putting on a few pounds, tight. There's not as much room. Now this is another little method. I'm really letting y'all into my routine. I also gauge my weight by how much my thighs lift up. Okay, so when I get up at, what time, 3:20 in the morning, when I walk into the bathroom, I can see myself. And I know what I felt as I've gotten up out of bed. And I'm like, Well, then it's time to cut back on bread, which I'm doing the wheat bread and the cake and something. But I mean, those are just little ways that I keep in check. I also hate exercising. Dr. Busman was talking about, the two things that help diabetics are, diet and exercise. My soon-to-be graduate next Saturday gave me a wee last Mother's Day because I kept saying, I want a wee. I hate going outside because when I go outside and try to walk, you get sweaty and you get allergies and all that. So I don't like that. I joined the gym. And when you go into work at, say, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, when I get off at 12:30, I don't want to go to the gym. I want to go home and get my nap. Okay, I'm serious. I go home and I take a full nap. Pajamas. I'm talking pajamas, all right? So that lasts for, 1 o'clock, and then I get up at about 3:15 to go start picking up David and Billy. So I don't want to go to the gym. So I wanted a week. So she she works at Publix, she's a cashier, has a little money, so she bought me a Wii, or at least I thought she bought me a Wii. But then when she set it up, it was like, when I go out to college, can I take this with me? So I knew how that was. But anyway, and I can tell you that I've been on it a little bit. Anyway, I believe that a lot of our stresses come because we take on more than we should. And I forgot, we were talking about, you had a big Superwoman session, and talking about learning to say no. And I've adopted that. I try to say no a little bit more often these days, and I used to feel guilt because I do believe to much whom is given, much is required. And if God gives you a talent, for me it's the singing. I sing with a band still for 25 years. I sing, wherever I can if the schedule allows, and speak if the schedule allows. But I had to start saying no. And I feel more comfortable, I think, the more mature, I'm not going to say the older, but the more mature you get, you have to start thinking about how you feel and being real. Because what I've come to the conclusion of is that if I run and try to do everything everybody asks of me, I will probably have a heart attack or a stroke, and I may even die. And guess what? They will find somebody else to give that speech or to sing that song. And especially this year, since it was my daughter, she's done the classes, it's the last year, I found myself being more selfish because I wanted to be what I could be to her. And one of the other things I want to say, in being selfish, I think life is a balancing act. And sometimes it may actually seem like it's a jungle. And if you remember the rap song from years and years ago, it's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how it keeps from going. Okay, well, how do we keep from going under? How do we keep sane when things seem to be getting crazy? Well, some people do yoga or some other type of exercise. Some people learn to play the piano. They might take an art class. Some people read or meditate. And for me, as I've already mentioned, for me, it's just doing what I love to do, which I love my job, career at Channel 10, but I love my music. And it just amazes me how sometimes I've been up, normally we don't have gigs on Friday night. Most of the time it's a Saturday. But sometimes on Friday, I would have been up since early morning at work, tired as all get out, and somehow when I get on stage with my band, it's like I'm alive again. So I know that that's my passion. God gave it to me, and I really enjoy it.